In this video, I will explain and teach you guys what Pixelchat is. I already talked about this in the past here in my channel. I'll actually leave a card up here if you guys want to check that out. So this is an updated version. It's pretty much almost the same exact stuff, but a lot of the UI has changed. So if you come from my previous video, it's good to see you back here. This is an all new guide and updated guide. And if you're new here, make sure to enjoy, and I hope you learned something new today. Let's get to it. For those who don't know me, my name is Numin, or Numin99, as I'm known in other platforms. I am a content creator and streamer. I'm probably live right now. If you want to check out my stream, the link is in the description, as well as my socials. If you guys find this video valuable and learned something new today, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that bell notification so you don't miss any further upload. And let's get to the video. So this is the homepage for Pixelchat. By the way, I'll leave a link down in the description so you guys can click on it and just access the website real quickly. You'll be greeted by this. I think it's a pretty clean, like, compared to how it was before. It gives you like a little introduction about their pricing plan and everything. By the way, all the resources I'll be talking about in this video will be the free ones only. There is also a paid version and it comes with more resources, but for the sake of this video, I'll just talk about the free ones. So make sure you hit login right here, and then it'll ask you to link an account or log in with any account. In this case, we're gonna log in with Twitch. So once you log in, you'll be greeted, welcome back, and your username. And this is the home site, or the home page. You will see all your overlays here, your scenes, and also the closed captions, which you can also invite other users to be part of that closed captions, which we will talk about in a bit. So as I said, it is pretty much different as it was before on my previous video. Again, I'll leave a card in the top right corner so you guys, if you want to check that out. You still have the same things. You have your overlays, your scenes, your Pixel Plaza, which is a new feature, your uploads, which you can upload files now, and the pro version. For the sake of this video and to make it as short as possible, I will just be going through the overlays, but feel free to play around with the scenes and with the Pixel Plaza, which pretty much is just a place where you can buy overlays and buy widgets and everything. Okay, we're gonna head on over to the overlays. Don't mind this. These are the overlays I personally use for my streams. If you guys want to check them out live and in action, feel free to click on my link, which is where I use them. So if you have not used this, or if you currently use this, you'll see this differently, and if you do not use it, you'll see it blank. So head on over and click on create new overlay, and as you can see, you can find more overlays in the plaza. You can search them now and you'll see all the different overlays. The ones that have the pro are the ones that are paid, but these that do not have the pro symbol means that you can use them for free. So let's get started with the first one, which will be the chat one. All right, you're going to be greeted by this window, and you'll see all the different customization options that you have. Make sure to toggle preview mode on so you can see the preview and of how it's gonna look. And it's pretty straightforward, actually. You can have like your own animations as you want, and you'll see it change in real time as I'm playing around with them. You know, fade in, rotate out, and all that stuff. So you can even change the transparency if you want it like fully transparent, you know, background, the text color, everything. It's straightforward. Just play around with this and have it to your own needs and have it to your own liking. So the second overlay we're going to go through is the Shoutout overlay. Again, you'll be greeted by this, all the different options that you have. So this has changed a lot from my previous video. I will go through all of these settings just so you guys know what each setting does. So you guys can customize it and have it to however you guys want. I do want to mention really quickly, I explained this in my previous video, but just to keep it simple and quick for this one, to add these to OBS, it's just a browser source. You copy the link, which you'll click on these boxes, and it'll give you a confirmation saying that it's copied, and then you just paste it as a browser source on OBS, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's more detailed than my previous video, so you guys want to check it out and see it visually, it's right there. I'll leave a card up here. In order to just see how the shoutout will look, if you click on test shoutout, you will see that this is the default shoutout overlay. It will disappear, so honestly, I would set it just to like 100 seconds or something. That way, when you test shoutout and you make the changes, right? Let's say we change the color, you can see it and it'll be there for a longer time, and that way you can play with it. So the text color, straightforward, it'll change the text. Accent color, you can see that it'll change like the different text and the circle where the profile picture is. Background background color, same thing. The gradient color, which is the cool feature about this now, that you can like add a little gradient of it. You can keep it solid too if you want. You can keep it all to the same color. And you, by the way, you can just copy the hex code down here and then paste it and have it like all uniform if you want, which is cool. But I personally think that having a gradient is much better and it looks more modern, more cleaner in my opinion. But like I said, play with it and have it to however you personally want. You can hide the background if you guys want to and just add that, which is pretty neat. The style here, there's two different types of overlay shoutouts, I guess. There's the classic and then the modern one. First, we'll go through the classic one and then we'll go through the modern one. So the classic one is really quickly, we'll test shoutout again, as you guys can see right here. It's the same customization and everything, the same colors that we had. You can round the corners if you want. You can have a different font if you want. I personally use EXO on my overlays. We're going to select EXO. You can scale it down, you know, make it smaller, bigger here. I'll just have it to 100%. You can center the text. You can even show what they were last streaming. So to say science and technology, in this case for AC Pixel, which is the creator of this tool. And huge shout out to Pixel. He has done a phenomenal job with this tool. Display the follower count. You know, you can even show a random clip if you want, which I think is pretty cool. So when you run this shout out, it'll showcase a clip of them like in there. It says here to use user percentage to display the person's username who you're shouting out. If you shout out Shroud, for example, it'll say go give Shroud a huge follow. You can customize this a follow as you can see there, and it changes in real time. This is just the header. We're gonna have to click on test shoutout. That's why I have it to 100 seconds so you guys can see. And there's an example right there with the clips. Actually, you guys can see that it's right there. It'll be playing a clip there, and I think that's pretty cool in my opinion. So again, this is the command to use. So you will use !SO. The shoutout header is pretty much the text above. So big shoutout, for example, big shoutout, and then boom right there. And also one thing, you can use the user percentage on shoutout header too, if you want to add their username on the top part instead of the bottom part. So that's a little thing that you can do as well. Also for audio, you can add a shout out sound if you want. I personally do not have one. I think it's kind of distracting. And also I do personally mute the clips just so the clips are not playing like pretty loud in the background or anything. You can have that, like it's up to you. I personally use them muted, and that's pretty much it for the classic theme. Now for the modern theme, this is the one I personally use actually. I think it's cleaner and it's more minimalistic, but let's hit test shout out. It'll cut off like that. I don't know why it cuts off like that, but once you add it as a browser source, it won't. You can just scale it down so you guys can see the changes that you make. Obviously, again, same settings here. You can round the corners if you want, same font and everything. It's pretty much the same settings actually. The only thing that changes is that the gradient that you made for the previous one, if you chose the classic one and then switch to the modern, will be just the circle where the user profile picture is. And if you guys want to see it with a clip, we'll mute it. Right there, you just test shout out and you'll see that a clip will play like that. That's why I like it a little bit better, because you can see how the picture is there and then it moves to the right and then it'll showcase the clip right there and it'll have like the gradient frame and everything, and I think it's cleaner in my opinion. And after you are done customizing it, I personally have my shout outs to around 7 seconds. I think that's a good, you know, sweet spot in order for the viewer to see, oh okay, like this person blah 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 and everything. And if we hit test shout out, you're going to see that it's playing right there and everything. It'll play a clip of the username. It'll just be a random clip. And then it'll close down like that. And boom, just like that. And that's the shout out overlay. I think this new shout out is so much better than the previous one. I mean, the previous one was already good, but this new shout out is just clean. It's amazing. And it's more customizable. Okay, moving on to the next overlay, we're going to talk about the captions. I personally do not use the closed caption feature, but I will still explain it because I think it's a cool thing that you could add to your stream. So for the captions, it's pretty simple. As you can see, there's not too many options to customize this. I mean, it's just the things or the customization it only needs. You can change the background color, the text color, the font, everything. And also you can have the time it takes for it to disappear if there's no input or if you don't talk at all. The only thing that you have to do is to use Google Chrome in order to use this, and you have to have Chrome open at all times. As you guys can see, it says to use the captions, please open pixelchat.tv TV/dash and Google Chrome and press start. You have to be using Google Chrome in order for this to work. The dash is pretty simple. It's just the home page. You just hit start and then it'll ask you to use your microphone. You allow it. And now when you talk, it'll be tracking, or it'll be listening to what you have to say, as you guys can see right here. And you guys can see how good this closed caption system really is and how accurate it is too. You can also invite users. You just click on it, invite users, and it'll copy a specific link to your clipboard. You just send that link to the person you want to invite, and it'll also track their captions from now on, which I think is pretty cool, especially when you're collaborating with another streamer. I think that's just game changing. So I think this feature is pretty cool. So you guys should give it a shot. The next overlay we're going to talk about is about the emotes. This emote one is pretty straightforward. It'll just display the emotes on your screen. So I separated the screen really quickly so you guys can see my chat and everything, how this works. But again, you can customize the style, how much time do you want them to be there. Let's say 5 seconds. And then when people send emotes in your chat, you'll see right there that boom, pop up like that. So for the fourth overlay we're going to talk about is the stats bar. Yeah, for the stats bar, it's pretty simple. Again, the style, you can customize it however you want. You can make it transparent. You can change the color. It's completely up to you. The font, everything, like I said. Even you can have like a bottom alignment or top one, center text, not center text. It's completely up to you. And this pretty much is just to showcase how many follows, raids, bits, subs, gifted subs you've gotten in a session, and it'll display it on screen. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the stats bar. So for the fifth overlay we're going to talk about is the timer overlay. The timer is pretty simple. You guys can see that it'll just be a countdown or a count up. It's just going to display a timer on your screen once you add it as a browser source. And it's going to be counting down or counting up to however minutes, hours, seconds you set it up to. It's pretty simple. If you go to your Twitch chat and you write !countdown 10 seconds, 10s, you'll see that it'll start a countdown of 10 seconds right there. It works either way. Again, we'll go to our Twitch chat and then write count up now to 10 seconds, and it'll start counting up to. So that's pretty much what the timer is. Again, you can change the font. You can even add a sound when it's completed. It's completely up to you. So play with this and have it to however you want if you use countdowns for any way. One great idea, and the one I personally use, I have a timeout channel point redemption where if a person redeems that reward, I cannot speak for 2 minutes. I use Mixitup for this to work automatically since Pixelchat is integrated natively now into Mixitup and they work together, so they're directly connected, and I think that's pretty cool. So if you guys want to learn about Mixitup too, I also have a video here in my channel. I'll link it in the top right there in the cards. So pretty much when they redeem that, a countdown starts for 2 minutes, but it does it automatically through Mixitups, and they can see the 2-minute timer on the screen, so they know like, oh, it's been 2 minutes already, or they can know how much time is left for me to not speak at all. So get creative with this and let me know what you guys do with any of these overlays down in the comments for sure. Let me know. I would like to know how creative you guys can get, because the creativity and the amount of stuff you can do with this is just incredible. So for the next overlay, and my personal favorite one, is the now playing feature. So for the now playing overlay, the cool thing and the big difference from my previous video is that now it has YouTube, Apple Music, and many more platforms, not just Spotify, as it previously only was for Spotify to my knowledge. Customization wise, it's the same settings. You do have different themes, the large, small, and minimal, which I'll showcase in a bit. You'll be greeted by no username set, but to set it up, it's pretty simple. You just scroll down and click here on click view the tutorial steps, and it'll go through the process of how to link your Spotify account or whatever account to this overlay. So I'm personally right now in my now playing one. As you guys can see, I have my Spotify linked and everything. And let's say if we want to stay it open all the time, this is the one I personally use. This is the minimal theme. I like the minimal theme. You can do small, you can do large. It's completely up to you. And you can play around with this, have it to however you want. And what I like is that when you're playing, like, it changes the color, you see the cover art. It's pretty cool. This is definitely my favorite feature of Pixelchat, and feel free to get creative with this as well and have it like really aesthetic as well. so it can combine with your channel and you can showcase what music you're listening to. And I also want to mention that I personally have this with my Stream Elements chatbot. There is a extension or an API that is available in their Discord server that can showcase what song you're playing, and it'll link it directly, in this case to Spotify, so people can click on it and they'll be taken directly to the song you're listening to, which is pretty cool. In case if someone likes the music you're listening to and they ask what song is this, they can run !song and the link will pop up there and also on screen, which I think is pretty cool. So the next overlay we're going to talk about is Pixel Alerts. Pixel Alerts, pretty simple. They're just alerts for follows, for bits, for raids, for subs. Man and Elixir, I believe that's for Trovo, I believe. I'm not sure. But it's pretty simple. Just follow alert. You get these nice little animations. And there's different ones, actually. You have bounce and slide, there's grid, there's droplet, modern, code, GUI. Like, all of these are pretty cool. They're very minimalistic, which I like. If you guys like these, yeah, feel free to add these to your stream so you guys can see how clean they look. Again, you can customize them. You can have them to whatever you want. The color, I think these are pretty cool. These are really, really cool. And the colors will update once you hit the test follower alert, as you guys can see right there. So feel free to get creative with these and let me know which ones you choose. The next one I want to talk about really quickly. I won't go over it too detailed, but the counter one is pretty simple. It's also like the countdown and count up. You can just update the overlay to whatever times of, I don't know, like, you know, wins you've gotten or whatever. It's the same thing as the countdown or count up, but in this case, it'll just be a counter. So the last overlay we're going to talk about in this video is going to be the group one. So this is the group overlay. This is pretty much to showcase who you're playing with. So this can be handy when it comes to collab streams. I personally don't use this, but I think it's a nice feature to have. Again, the customization works the same. Accent color, you can change it. It is completely up to you. And there's different themes. Yeah, regular, slim, or bar. And you can obviously show it at all times or just have a command for it to pop up. The cool thing about this is the multi-stream link. So pretty much, let's say you add someone to the group. So let's go to our Twitch chat. Let's say we add to group, we'll add Ninja. So as you can see there, if we add Ninja right there, you can take this link, right? And then you copy it and then paste it. It'll take you to the multi-stream and the perspective of each people, which I think is pretty insane and pretty cool. And let's say we're not playing with Ninja anymore. So if we want to remove him, just simple, we go to our chat, just write that, and then boom. And let's say now we're playing with Shroud, and boom. And then let's say we're playing with Nicewig, boom, just like that. I think it's pretty cool. I think this is a cool feature to have, like, you know, as a collab stream and everything. So feel free to play around with this and let me know what you guys think about this overlay specifically, because I think it's pretty revolutionary. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment down below which of these overlays I talked about was your favorite. And also feel free to leave a like if you guys want a part 2 of this video or part 3 of this whole Pixelchat series. Let's see if we can hit at least 50 likes. So if you guys found this video valuable, make sure to smash that like button so we can get that next part out at ASAP. Also, feel free to subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you guys don't miss any further upload. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will see you guys next Sunday. Peace.